Okay, we're back. Okay, the stock steel plate is thinner than this on the bottom, about half this thinness. So it's going to expose this down here, which means the oil will leak straight through on your bike. The gasket will probably just barely catch this edge, but once this grinds through here, it'll look like a sieve. And this thing's hanging way below the surface here, and these get ground up, so you know this is going to just disappear real quick from the chain, because the chain is right underneath this thing over here. Right in here. So the chain comes up here and goes, eats this right up. See how close that gets up in there? It just eats this all up. As the wheel goes up and down, this comes up and just starts eating the whole bottom this away. That's what happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to JB weld this up solid here, sand it flat, and then this will have something to bite against. And you can grind this thing away until it's just about up to here before it'll start leaking. It'll pretty much have to grind through all of this. That's why this has all been built up to here with weld, because I've already repaired this one a little bit. That's why this is so thick. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to JB weld it. But for now we're going to mock it up, see what bolts we need, and make sure everything clears. Okay, I'm going to leave out this gasket. So we want this to tighten up without no gasket.
Yeah, here's a 1-inch.
Okay, let me try this one here, see if it goes in. This is already not working. Let's see it. Okay, hold the starter there. Now we pulled all the way. Good. Where's the other one?
These are 1-inch.
Where's that?
That should be down there.
That's this one. So it sucked up the whole bolt, so we have this many threads in the primary, which is good, a lot of holding power. Let's see if we clear the primary. Okay, we're right up against the top of the transmission here. Is that close?
Looks tight.
Looks tight. I mean, it's rubbing on it, what you're saying. Is that why it's going in hard?
Yep.
Or why it's hardly going in? I think we're cross-threading or something. I can't tell. So, that one's going to be a problem. Let's loosen this up. See it?
There it goes.
No, it doesn't. It goes there and stops. Cross-threading it. Yep. Okay, same problem. Alright, we got to pull the primary cover off to figure out what the problem is with that. Thread's not going to catch. 1/4-inch bolts like to cross thread very easily. Where's that 1-inch one you got?
I just put it back.
Alright, let's go ahead and pull this inner primary off so we can work on this stuff. We got too many problems here. This is not a quick bolt-on deal like it should be. Multiple issues to deal with. Starting with this. One advantage looks like we are just going to clear the case, but it's going to be right up next to it.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. So
Because
you
it
just
might-
gotta mount it. You gotta-
It might vibrate into it a little bit, so we'll probably wind up coming back and knocking some of that off the edge.
You just gotta mount, JB weld it and then just mount it to the inner primer before we put it on.
No, I gotta get these holes to work. The thread is not getting the primary cover for some reason. For some reason, quarter 20s like to cross thread, and they'll get like two spots where they go in. One goes in easy, the other one that goes in, then it gets hard. If you keep forcing it, it's cross threading. Quarter 20s are really bad about doing that. And this thing being bound up sideways, it's forced into that bad spot. So it's screwed in there about 1/8 of an inch, 3/16, and it's stopped cold. So that tells me it's cross threading most likely. So we gotta deal with it. Like most things. Fix it. We gotta find all your starter mechanism also and get it into the primary. Make sure everything else lines up while we're this far into it. Okay, here's a quarter 20 tap. All the other bolts are out. Okay. Now just put that over here.
You want to put it in this box?
No, lay it over here. I gotta work on it. Flip it over. Put this side over here. There we go. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try to get the bolts to go in over here. Here's my tap. I'm assuming we tapped all these holes out before, but I'm going to double check. This one's one that went in. Pretty easy. Oh, this thing can go in way deep because it goes all the way through. We can run a really long bolt on that one.
I think that'll still. What is this? This is the 1.25 inch. Yeah.
This is the one that didn't want to go. Didn't want to start either. Bet you it's going to cross through there. That flashlight out. Open the other side over there. So the first two threads are full of chrome. So you don't even see a thread on this side, see?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to get through the first thread and a half, two threads to get to the ones underneath that are good. The problem is the first one's going to dictate where it goes, and it's going to screw up all the ones underneath it. See how it's cutting it? So more than likely the threads are going to be crappy. Not all the way through. It goes in there deep though. Yeah, it does go. Okay. So both these bolts go all the way through, which means they're going to want to leak oil through them. See, studs wouldn't have had that problem. Either the threads are going to be good or they're going to be gone. Looks like they're still there. There's actually a thread through that chrome part on top now, see around the edge?
Mm-hmm.
See a little chrome mark? Okay, these bolts can be an inch deep into here. Where's the starter? Right here. Okay, what's your bolt here? And we got, see how thread they are? And he's going to pull up a little bit to the gasket. They'll suck up all of this. Okay, where's that gasket at?
Right there.
Alright, grab me the, you got the 2 bolts there? Oh, there's one right here, sitting in here. Okay, let's see how much length we got here. Give me the 1/4 inch longer one. Those ones you put back, the 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
Took my Allen though.
Mm-hmm.
You stole my Allen wrench. So you can see how much this starter motor hangs below the primary cover here. See, it's not even close. Step. This is going to get eaten out by the chain big time. And if you look at you can see the gap. See the gap between the
Mm-hmm.
rubber? And the rubber is basically the same height as the primary is. So when it eats through that, even if we got a gasket seal, it would leak from the inside here right across, because this gasket doesn't have any support on it, so it would lift up and seal and would leak right across the surface.
Yeah.
When you fill this thing up full of JB weld, it'll push on the gasket against the primary, so it'll keep it oiled. It'll keep it tight, hold it tight.
Right.
But we have to fill that void up. So I'm gonna have to start doing that on all of these starter motors, I guess, until they make them right, which they will not do. Okay, so let's see how deep this one goes in. Did you get another one of these or like?
No, I thought you wanted just on the one side there, because
Try it on this side. I don't think we'll be able to put it on the other side, but I don't know until we try it.
I thought that other side bottomed out.
It's the same height. Okay, it sucked it all in. That's good. Okay, so it took it all in there. Yeah, bring me another of those long ones in. So it took the whole thing, so that thing's all the way down to here. So that'll give us good support. So even if the screw loosens up a little bit, it'll still have really good holding power. Because you will not be in here checking this to see if they're tight. Okay, don't lose that one. Keep it out. Okay, it took all that length.
Took them both, huh?
Yep. So that's good. We have a lot of holding power, even though we don't have studs. We got good support. Okay, now we got to put the primary cover back on it and see if we can make this fit in the bike. Any idea where your starter shaft parts are?
Absolutely not.
Probably in that bucket right there. Crap. Remember how we were supposed to put this all together yesterday? We haven't even got to the oil tank yet. This is the easy stuff we're doing right now.
Yep.
This didn't turn out to be very easy. Hold the starter, it's going to fall over. Pick it up. It's all yours.
Alright, so.
Yeah, it's amazing how easy this stuff is to do.
Right. Alright, so you got 1.5 inches and.
Yeah, but don't lose the other one. You might need it.
1.25 inches, right?
Mm-hmm. The other problem is we have very little holding power, but that's enough. It could be a little bit longer, but I can live with it. Alright, let's put this back on. One more time. How many times has this been on and off so far?
At least probably 15 times.
15 times?
At least.
So that means it's really good for one more time then. And how many more times do you think it's going to be going on and off before it's on permanently?
This thing probably at least half a dozen.
Another 6 more times?
Another 6 more times.
Probably not far off, I bet. Look at that one get tight.
Hmm.
Like 16.
Yeah.
Something like this. Alright. That side's on. We were just in this spot earlier, weren't we?
Oh, where'd that go?
I don't know. Somewhere else.
Come on. There we go.
It's going.
There we go.
Here we are on the Delkin?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you made it. Okay, where's that washer dropped?
That's the question. I think it's on the tranny. I can see it. Plate right here, the tranny plate. Can you get a clear shot to it? It's in the center of that.
Oh, there it is. Get to it. I can touch it, but getting it out is 2 different things. Got it. That bolt looks a little long, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that goes in tight. Okay. Put it in. Where's that piece of paper we need?
Now it's, I don't know if the primary moved a little.
Oh, we're hitting.
I know. It had more space last time.
Yeah. It wasn't all bolted in hard either, but was it bolted in with clearance or not?
Yeah, it was bolted in.
But see, now we got the bolt all the way in. We didn't have the bolt in there before. This wasn't in there before. We only had this side.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably lifted it up this way a little bit. Okay, so we are hard against the
Yeah, it's touching.
appropriate spots.
So right where that, I can see here.
It'll wear itself in. It might vibrate a little bit.
It's aluminum.
It'll vibrate a little bit as it wears, but... Okay, so we got the boss. The problem is we don't know how much it's hitting by. We just know it's hitting. The gasket's all looking... It's all pulled in evenly, isn't it? The gasket looks good. I'm surprised that bolt cleared that cover enough to go in, but you definitely got to put this bolt in before this one.
Yes.
And we got good clearance under the starter motor itself, or swing arm. That looks good. Fender should be way the hell up here, so that should be fine. The oil tank's the next problem. Where's the oil tank?
Right there.
Just going to pull that out and get a rough look to see what's going on with that. Here's our lever. This is supposed to be back in here. Look how close that is.
Oh man. Can you?
Well, it doesn't go back there. It should be over here anyway, so we should be all right. Should work right in this area here. Okay. Get the rag over here. Damn plastic. I'd be shocked if that goes in there. It actually went in.
Yeah.
Hard to believe. We don't have a rubber in here yet. Okay, it's
Does it go on the outside or the inside?
Sits out here. We actually got clearance, and it actually went on there without with a primary on there. It's hard to believe. Like I said, let me see your side. Yeah.
What's here? Where's the mounting?
See where it top of the primary right there?
Yeah.
It's gonna sit about right here.
Does this mount to the plate to that? The
There's
battery.
a bracket. There's a bracket that comes off of here. The battery box is here, and we have no support out here. So somehow we're going to have to support the battery box. That was in this box over here. Right?
Yeah.
What about that front bracket? You seen that lately? I think you had it powder coated at one time, wasn't it?
It's in there.
So this is going to go in here like this. So this bracket here, we're going to have to somehow find a spot to incorporate that. I'm not sure where that's going to come in at. And that's right up against the starter motor. That's going to be close. Going to be right in there, but it should be okay. Should have about an 1/8 inch clearance when we're done, hopefully. So we've got to make up a bracket from here. Coming off these bolts here, we have to come off those two bolts. These two here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the original brackets are that we had for that application. It's going to have to come up off of here and have a Lord mount between it and this bracket hole right here. This Lord mount hole. So it'll be right, it'll offset in quite a bit. The Lord mount will be right here where my fingers are. It should just clear this. Looks like we have about 1/8 of an inch at least clearance, maybe 1/4. Definitely an 1/8. It'll come off of this surface, and these are all sandwiched together. And you need the front bracket up here that holds the cable which will lift this also and hold the oil tank. Well, it looks like it's going to clear all the starter stuff. Our problem is the starter right now is rubbing on a tranny. We don't know how far it's into the tranny, we just know it's into it. So we have to go grind the hardware out on the starter motor a little bit, thin it up a little bit, and hopefully we'll gain the, you know, that piece of colony paper we had about 30 thou would be nice, but I don't see that happening being that thick. Well, we got to come up with all these other brackets and start getting, and like I said, this is going to have to be fabbed up because this is no longer a 4-speed tranny here. It's a 5-speed tranny. So these bolt patterns are all different. That whole bracket's going to have to probably be custom made. So to keep the stock oil tank and stuff, we'll have to do all that.
Yeah.
Could you find out what that was, or see it?
You talking about the bracket?
Yeah, that. I thought it was powder coated at one time, but
The one that would the old one that would have mounted to the tranny?
yes.
That was chrome, I believe.
I know they make chrome aftermarket ones, so we found you got an aftermarket one, or do you have your Harley one? This year's solenoid, which we're not using. Is there anything else in this box that we care about? What else is in there? Anything left? Okay, so we're going to put new rubber mounts and everything, so I don't care about anything in that box. And this over here, I'm thinking we might need a new rubber for this. Are we going to put a new one of these in?
I think so.
Okay, we don't have to worry about that. That's a brake light switch, we might need that. Those are your old handlebar bushings, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see much in this here. We're going to use out of this package. Shrink coating. Okay, so let's get rid of this big box. Get it out of here. Oh, we got more shit over there. Okay, what else is in this box? Okay, get rid of that big box. The alternator we're going to keep. Let's put that. Let's throw all these axles in there. We don't need them right now. Some of these are mine. 2 are mine. 2 are yours. It doesn't matter. Get them out of my way. We don't need this stuff in our way right now. Okay, so now we got an area to work again. Let me take my rag. We're not using these for now. These are gone. We're not using any of this stuff. We're gonna use those tower nuts I gotta cut. Those I'll retap those here tonight. Okay. Now we got an area to work here again. Okay, so we haven't found the chrome bracket that we need. Okay, what about in that box? That's your controls in there, wasn't it? What's in that box down there? Anything?
That's the garbage that we just threw down. You want to get rid of it?
Oh, okay. Throw that in that box here. Stack them up. Okay, get rid of that. There's a rock washer here we don't need. Okay, so what's in this box under here? Oh, something heavy.
It's got a lot of shit in it.
Oh, yeah, it's got a lot of heavy shit in there.
So, I don't think it's in here.
There's an extra set of heads. So we need some heads.
This is Speedo.
Foot peg. There's your oil tank cover. We'll need that at some point.
Right. Tail light. It's just.
Control
this is all.
kit,
Those are the
harness.
forward controls.
What's in here?
Tail light.
Don't need that right now.
Oh, that's what I said. It's not in here.
Heads.
It's probably in.
Here's your battery box.
Battery.
Oh, we need that. Working on a battery box. What's this here?
That's the headlight.
Don't need that right now.
Bucket.
That's just some of the stuff we don't use anymore.
That's the. Yeah.
What's under there?
Heads.
Anything under there?
No.
Okay. This is all your Speedo. So I don't even see the bracket. So we got to find your chrome bracket.
Probably in the other big yellow box.
Yeah, well, we'll have to dig all that out. All right, well, next time we work on it, we're going to have to grind the starter a little bit, try to get some clearance, and then go ahead and start, get all the rubber mounts for holding all this together, get the oil tank up in here, and start figuring what we're going to do about the making up the support bracket for underneath the battery here. It looks like all this other stuff right now is clearing. The back wheel is pretty well all in and mocked up and fitting.
Right.
We'll have to pull this all back out to get the fender on it, but we'll wait until we get this in there before we do the fender. I'm surprised the oil tank was even able to get into here. Oh, we got to find all the starter stuff that goes in here and get that all figured out.
It might, yeah, it's probably in the.
Now we're doing still a chain drive, wasn't
Yes.
it? Okay, so we got to
And
figure out
that's-
all that stuff at some point.
That's. Where'd it go? It's in a box. I just
Yeah, we'll dig through. We'll have to dig through all the stuff and get a pile out that we know we're going to need. This all looks like we're good back here. So we got all the stuff from here down is done. From here back is done. All I got to do is cut those little tower things for the coarse thread for here. Wherever those ran off to. Yeah, those things. These are fine thread. I'm going to have to make them a universal thread by tapping out for coarse. And they'll go in there and look nice in the back of that. So I'll do that here in a little while. We're going to get some chrome hardware for here. For these two here, where you can see them. And we can run the regular stuff in here. And we'll use a lock tab in here to hold these in place. Do we have a new solenoid yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll have to dig that out. We have access to linkage when we're done, so we're okay. We're going to seal this all up, so we got to button up all this stuff here and get all these holes filled in when next time this is off. We could get this primary all put together and finished out, detailed out. And that'll get all this powertrain stuff figured out. Alright, so there's another whole day worth of work there, but it's looking more and more like a bike. It just isn't done. Our quick one day throw it together, this will be a 3-day deal, maybe 4, to get the 1 day work done.
Right.
Alright, well, that's it for now. We got a game plan.